After a breakup, being alone can feel like something you need to escape. But what if being alone isn't the problem? What if this is the beginning of learning how to enjoy your own company again? Welcome back to AJK Life Hacks and Day 5 of Rebuilding Yourself After Heartbreak. 7 days to feel like you again. Today, we're talking about how to be happy alone after a breakup and how to rebuild your independence without becoming closed off to love. Because being alone and being lonely are not the same thing. Loneliness is an emotion. It can show up in a crowded room, during a busy day, or even beside someone who doesn't truly see you. Being alone is a situation, and sometimes that situation can become a quiet space where you finally hear yourself again. At first, the quiet may feel unfamiliar. You may notice couples in cafes, families in parks, or reminders of the life you thought you would have. You may reach for your phone because you're used to sharing every small decision with someone else. Be gentle with yourself. You are not failing because you miss connection. You are learning how to create connection with yourself. Alone does not have to mean abandoned. It can mean present with your thoughts, your preferences, and the parts of you that became quiet while you were trying to make a relationship work. Alone is not the same as lonely. When you spend a long time in a relationship, you can get used to making decisions as a we. What should we eat? Where should we go? What do we want to do this weekend? Rebuilding yourself means remembering how to make decisions as me. Start small. Choose the meal you actually want. Wear the outfit that makes you feel comfortable. Pick the book that interests you. Decide where you want to go, even if nobody else is coming with you. These choices may seem ordinary, but they rebuild trust in your own voice. You don't need to justify every preference. You don't need a second opinion for every plan. You are allowed to choose simply because something feels good, peaceful, curious, or right for you. Make one decision entirely for yourself and notice what happens when you stop waiting for approval. Now let's talk about the solo date. A solo date is not a performance. It is not about proving that you don't need anyone. It is about giving yourself permission to experience your own life instead of waiting for someone else to make it special. Get dressed in something that feels like you. Apply a little makeup if you enjoy it, or don't. Order your favorite drink. Browse a bookstore. Walk through a neighborhood you like. Sit in a park, take yourself to lunch, bring a journal, a book, or simply your attention. At first, you may feel self-conscious. You may wonder if people are looking at you. Most of the time, they are busy living their own lives. Slowly, you begin to realize that your company is enough for this moment. You don't need to wait for someone else to make your life feel special. You can create beautiful moments for yourself. Next, reconnect with who you were before the relationship. Ask yourself, who was I before I became someone's partner? What did I love learning about? What music did I play? Which hobbies did I put down? What dreams did I postpone? Where did I feel most like myself? This is not about going backward. It is about bringing the best parts of you forward. Maybe you used to read, cook, paint, run, dance, garden, take photographs, or explore new places. Choose one small piece of that identity and bring it back this week, not because you need to become your old self again, but because you are allowed to become a fuller version of yourself now. Independence does not mean rejecting relationships. It does not mean pretending you never need support. You are allowed to want love. You are allowed to enjoy partnership. But you don't need another person to make your life meaningful. Independence means building a life that is already fulfilling, a life with routines that support you, goals that belong to you, friends who remind you who you are, hobbies that make time disappear, and quiet moments that don't feel like punishment. When you build a life you don't want to escape from, a relationship becomes a beautiful addition, not your only source of happiness. Imagine your day becoming yours again. Morning coffee, movement, meaningful work, a simple meal, a book, a class, a creative project, a walk outside, a message to a friend, an evening journaling. The goal isn't to become someone who never needs anyone. The goal is to become someone who knows they can stand on their own. Here is your 24-hour independence challenge. First, make one decision entirely for yourself. Second, spend at least 30 minutes enjoying your own company. Third, do one thing you've been waiting for someone else to do with you. Visit the place, watch the movie, try the class, start the project. You don't have to postpone your life until someone arrives. At the beginning, you may sit alone at home and feel uncertain. Then you sit alone at a cafe, you take a solo walk, you try one activity. One day, you notice that you're no longer monitoring the room for someone who isn't there. You are simply enjoying the day that is. One day, you'll realize that being alone stopped feeling like a punishment. It became the place where you found yourself again. You don't have to rush into another relationship just because you're afraid of being alone. Take this season to meet yourself again, and if you still feel lonely sometimes, reach out. Independence is not isolation. It is knowing that connection is a choice, not a rescue mission. If today's message speaks to you, write in the comments, "I am finding me again." Day 1 was beginning to heal. Day 2 was rebuilding your self-esteem. Day 3 was learning to stop overthinking. Day 4 was rebuilding your routine. Today, Day 5, is rebuilding your independence. Tomorrow, we will begin reconnecting with your future. For now, take a breath, look around your life. There may be more of you here than you realized. Learn to enjoy your own company. Your story isn't over. Your next chapter starts today.